My name's Tim, and I have 3 children. I'm a single father. One of them has full disability. He's autistic, and so I have 2 sons and a daughter. And we stayed at SIHN, and we were really lucky to have been able to stay there. In '06 and '07, I was a pretty large business owner with over 42 full-time employees, and I made a very comfortable living. With the recession here in Oregon, it hit me so hard that my children and I were actually homeless. And what IHN provided for us is, first it gave me my self-esteem back, because it doesn't, at that particular point in time, sure, I got my children and they're with, someone who's not doing those illegal things. But if you don't have any shelter or anything to provide for your kids, you're just as much of a, hindrance to them than anything else. And so I sought out after IHN and, went through their interview process, and we were accepted. And we literally came inside of IHN with just the clothes on our backs and a plastic bag full of, little clothes, socks and undies, and no toothbrushes, no shaving cream, no razors. And IHN provided all that for us, And so from coming in with my head hung down to within 2 to 3 days having all these loving arms around me and my kids, a safe environment, for my kids to be in, no arguments, no nothing. I mean, totally wonderful experience. It got me back on track, it gave me that time that I needed so desperately to, seek other avenues of work. And what IHN did is they interviewed me, both personally and met with my kids and interviewed them. And I think it was just to make sure that I wanted it, what I mean? Because there are other families out there that need it, but I think that, those who want it will use it for what it's meant to be. They sit down and they look at your budget and, what kind of funds you do have coming in and what's going to be available in the future too. And so they'll help you, put a budget together for right now and for, the near future, the next 2, 3, 4 months. And if you follow that budget plan, it's going to make a big world of difference. What I did is took advantage of it, and I started saving from the day that I was at IHN. I saved $1,600, and I went down to the local car lots and started shopping, and I found a wonderful minivan, and wow, it's our van. Matter of fact, next month I get the title. And all of it has to do with being at IHN and working with, the counselor there to go over your budget. And I don't know where we'd be without that minivan. I mean, such a wonderful thing to have. Now we can go places. I can pick them up from school. I can go to the grocery store with my kids instead of, getting a babysitter to watch them and while I go to the grocery store. So that kind of help. That's what IHN provides, is you an opportunity to take advantage of their counseling, their counseling efforts, and the budget doesn't just include getting a car, it's getting a house, and that's what I have now, is a house, that we can call our own. All the kids got their own bedrooms, we got televisions, couches, and that's because of the budget. So the budget not only allowed me to save $200 a month for a vehicle, but it allowed me to put money away for couches and dining room tables and computers. And I mean, this is all in under a year's time. And so I thank IHN and everybody who works there. I'm going to go back to school. I already have a year and a half of college, so I have all the credits for that. And, I'm excited that, within a year of being in college, I'll have a degree. And all of that has to do with getting help, because my families are gone, and so I'm literally a single dad with, no help, no family support. And so what they've provided for me is gold. It's absolutely gold, and I appreciate it. And so that's what's going on now, is I'm excited about going back to school. My kids are doing very well in school. My son, Tyler, has B pluses, and my daughter, Germany, has A's, and then Dylan has A's, my other son. And that's what's going on now. It's now been 8 months since we've been out of the shelter, and I have a beautiful home with a 3-bedroom, fireplace, backyard, a deck, I saved up, and I have a beautiful minivan outside that's newer, up to date, and it's all because of the help IHN gave my family. They help you to get your next home, your next step. And I really appreciate IHN for everything they've done for my children and me. Thank you.